Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of the short story Barn Burning by William Faulkner. This story comments upon inheritance, loyalty, and the bond that links the fathers and the sons. The story opens in a country store turned courtroom. That is, it is a storeroom, but now they're using it as a courtroom, and the local judge is listening to one property dispute. The main character in this short story is a boy named Sartoris Snops, and he has come to this small court on behalf of his father. And his father's name is Abner Snops, and he is the man who is actually involved in this dispute. That is, he is the one who is blamed. The person who's on the other side is Mr. Harris. And here Sartoris refers to Mr. Harris as his father's enemy. And Harris describes how this dispute started. It all began with a hog which belonged to Mr. Snops. And it was very clear to Mr. Harris that his barn means it's a place where you keep all your hay or you keep your livestock. Livestock means hen, duck, sheep, pig, goat, all these will be kept in a place. And here he means his place where all his hay was kept, and is very sure it should be burnt only by Mr. Snops, because he had hurt Mr. Snops in a way by telling him that his pigs were coming into his farm and grazing there. And he was very sure that Mr. Snops did not take any precautions to stop his pigs from coming into Mr. Harris's farm. And because Mr. Harris was very harsh towards Snops, he believes that Mr. Snops only should have burnt his barn. But Mr. Snops just replies saying that he is innocent. Now Harris calls Sartoris to the court because he is very sure that Sartoris will come and tell the truth that his father only burnt the barn. And Sartoris knows very well that his father is expecting him to lie for his sake. But after looking at Sartoris, Harris and the judge decide not to cross-examine him, because if he tells the truth, he will be treated very badly by his father. And if he tells a lie, it is like making a small boy to tell lies at a very young age. So they decide not to cross-examine him. And the judge also says that since there is no proper proof to say that Snops only burnt the barn, he relieves Snops from the case, but he tells him that he should not live in that area and he should vacate that area immediately. Snops insults the judges and the court and leaves the court with Sartoris and his elder brother. And the three come, and as they are coming, another boy comes there and attacks Sartoris, thereby injuring him very badly. The three return to their wagon, and there Sartoris' two elder sisters, mother and aunt, wait for them, and they are waiting in a wagon, and around them is all the household things which they have collected, because they knew very well they will be asked to leave the place. And the way he describes, we find that nothing is really in a good condition. They are almost ruined, and this also shows their financial condition. Now Sartoris' mother sees Sartoris' face and tries to clean his injured face, but his father Snops tells her not to clean the boy's wounds. And now the family sits in the wagon and they move away from that place. Now Sartoris is troubled by his father's manner, because he knows very well that his father only burnt the barn, and that was because he wanted to take revenge on Mr. Harris. And he is also very sure that his father would have arranged for them to live in some other place, because they will go to a place, and the owner of the farm, who has a very large farm, will give them a part of the farm where they will work as tenants. They will stay there, they will work, they will harvest, and in the harvest they will give a share to the owner, and the remaining is for their living. This is the way they have been living so long. Now Snops accuses him, because he knew very well that he was willing to tell the truth to the judge. And Snops even hits him and tells him that loyalty towards the family is more important than anything else. And in any place, he should not give up his family. Now, the Snob's family come to a very large and grand estate. And looking at that, Sartoris now hopes that his father will not fight with this owner like how he has fought with his earlier employees. Because this was a very large and a grand estate, and he knew that their life will change if they live there. But as he is hoping, he sees his father stamping on the horse manure purposefully, and he tracks the manure through the grand house of the new employer. The new employer is Major D. Spain, and not only does he spoil the pathway, there is an expensive rug which is spread out in the entrance. He goes there and he wipes his feet throughout it, making the rug dirty. Hearing what happened, Major D. Spain sends a rug to Snob's family and asks them to clean it and return it back. Now Snobs and his daughters, they use a very harsh soap and also a stone. They rub on the rug and spoil the rug totally. Mrs. Snobs tries to stop them, but she is not able to control her husband, and the daughters have to obey their father, so they all spoil it. Seeing the damaged rug, Major D. Spain is totally displeased, and he goes and he has a negotiation with Snobs. Earlier, there was an agreement between Snobs and Major D. Spain that they will cultivate the land, and after the harvest, they have to give so many bundles of corn to the owner, that is Major D. Spain. He says in addition to what they have to give, he has to give 20 more bushels of corn to him for this damage which he has done to the rug. The argument continues and again it ends up in the court. Now the judge sees that costly rug is ruined by Snobs and there is full proof for it. But at the same time he understands the poor condition of Snobs, so he asks the owner to take 10 bushels of corn instead of 20. But anyway, Snob does not want to make that payment also. And at the same time, he wants to take revenge on his new owner also. So he comes home and he asks to get some oil. And this is because he wants to burn D. Spain's barn here. And he knows very well that Sartoris will try to spoil the plan and warn the D. Spains about the fire. So he tells his wife to keep Sartoris only in the house. But his wife is not able to keep Sartoris because Sartoris runs out of the house and he runs to D. Spain's house and warns them about his father's plan to burn the barn. And the end shows that Snobs is shot and killed when he is trying to go and trying to burn the barn. And the story ends with Sartoris sitting alone on a hill with grief and despair filled heart. Slowly, after some time, he gets up and walks into the spring night without looking back. The story ends there. This is a very beautiful and a famous story. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.